Okay, guys, I think I may be addicted to something. So I was enjoying my time at the store, just strolling around the board game aisle because if you guys didn't know, I actually like board games. Yes, I am a old crinkly man. During my search through the board game section, I found this starter set of Dungeons and Dragons, and believe it or not, I have never played Dungeons and Dragons before, and I decided to get it. So what could happen? It's not like it's gonna take my money. It's $30. So I take it home and I open it up and I find the rule book and I'm like, okay, hardest part, read the rules. I can get through it. I just have to read it once and then I'm done. Then I can go on this adventure and take my girlfriend on it. So I start reading. I sit down through all the rules. And finally, I realize that, hey, I should do some research online about this, so it'll help me. And then I notice, hey, there's this other thing called the Essentials Kit that has way more than the dang starter kit. Oh, whoops. Than the dang starter kit, and is like way better. So I went to the store, $30, got this, same price. I'm like, it's not a big deal. This won't cost me a lot of money. It's fine. So I get that, and I go through the rule book again, just to get a little refresher. And then I'm like, okay. I understand the basic rules, but I keep having to search more stuff up because it's not that detailed. So then I learn about the player's handbook, and this thing has all the rules that you ever need in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, might as well get it so I can understand everything. So this is like $20. Oh my god. I'm honestly just realizing how much money I spent on this, and it's crazy. So this is like $20 and I got it and I was like, okay, cool. Now I have all the rules officially instead of these small rules. Where is it? Instead of these things are like a few pages. That's not all the rules. This is all the rules. I need everything. So now I have tons of more classes, and I'm so happy that my girlfriend can play as multiple different characters and stuff, and I can lead her through an adventure. I think that's cool. And I'm like, okay, let's start on the adventure. And I have to read all of this to understand the adventure and all the monsters that are in it. And I'm like, how should I describe these monsters? What would be a good way to describe them? And then I learned about the monsters manual. About another $20, but it has tons of monsters and describes them very well for you, so I don't have to worry about it. So I was like, let's just get the monsters manual. Cool, another $20. And then I'm like, being a dungeon master is kind of hard. After going through like a few adventures with my girlfriend, actually getting into the game, I'm like, man, I need to get better at describing things and making the fake NPCs come to life. So that's when I got the Dungeons Master Guide. Another $20. So after that, I'm sitting here like, I've read so much, and I thought this was going to be super simple. Thought I would just have to get this starter set and be done, be happy with life. But no, like over $100 I've spent on this game. I've only gone through half the adventure. And now I really want a 3D printer because I want to print miniatures of my characters so the game will flow a lot easier. This game takes a lot of money out of you if you get addicted. I mean, you could get the starter set and literally go through the whole adventure without anything else. Very simple. But for me personally, it was pretty bad. I started getting everything, and I needed to slow down because I couldn't actually focus on YouTube videos because I was too into this game. I should really, if you guys are interested in me playing this game, I've thought about it. I don't think I'm gonna be all like Critical Role. I know it's been 2 weeks and I like know everything about D&D, I feel like, except like all the rules. It's very hard to memorize all these dang rules, and I know you don't need to, but I'm trying to get as much information in me as possible. It's my ADHD kicking in full drive to get all this information in my head. D&D is really fun, and I'm glad I'm learning how to play it. But you know what's hard? You know what's hard about D&D? You know what's hard? Really hard. Is finding a group. Do you know how many people I have asked about D&D lately? I have gone to Whataburger, seen the man in the window and said, "Hey, you know D&D?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know D&D." And I actually got his phone number, which is pretty cool. But most of the time that doesn't work, okay? I do DoorDash also, okay? Yes, if you order food from DoorDash, yes, it may be me. When I was on my deliveries, I saw another DoorDasher, and I asked him if he plays D&D, and he was like, "Nope." I was like, "Oh, would you be interested?" And they were like, "Yeah." So what I'm figuring out about this game is that a lot of people know about it and would like to do it, but haven't tried yet. I'm very good at like talking to other people that I don't know. So going up to someone and asking if they like D&D isn't hard for me, but I could see like that being very hard for other people. So I guess that's a barrier to getting into D&D. And the fucking all the money I spent, I didn't even realize it. I was just like, "You know what? I need this. Oh, I also need this. I need this. And I need a like dice tray." Oh my gosh, this is a problem. I need help. But if you guys are interested in D&D, I can play on this channel. Kind of fits with the name too, right? Dungeons and Dragons, Dragons I Won. Makes sense. I don't know how I would film it too. I know you can play online and stuff, but that doesn't really interest me. I like face to face and saying the adventure to everyone, even though I've only played with my girlfriend. I don't know. I haven't played online yet. Sounds cool though, but being around a little computer, and yes, I go up to the gremlin. I feel like it would be way better in person. Just eye contact. You see through the soul of the person while you speak to them. But in general, D&D is like a great game. I find it so amazing that you can do whatever you want as long as the DM allows it, which is cool. This video has just been really about me being addicted to Dungeons and Dragons at the moment and needing a break. I honestly kind of burnt out recently, like playing this game. I think my research has come to an end because I know so much now. My brain feels like it's gonna expand and just pop. But if you ever start with D&D, I would suggest getting the essential kit first. If you want to get the starter kit, I really think it's optional. The starter set, the essential kit is needed, and the player's handbook is needed. Everything else is optional. Monsters manual, that one I got. The monsters manual that I got is pretty optional. It just has a bunch of monsters whenever you create your own world. And then the Dungeon Master's Guide I got like a day ago, so I can't say anything about it right now. Looking through it, it looks really good if you're creating your own world, but right now I'm going through the essentials kit with my girlfriend still. It's pretty optional, but I haven't read through it at all. I've just read the first few pages, so maybe it has some more dungeon mastery things in it that I'm gonna learn. Besides that, I really just think you need the player's handbook and the essential kit. I don't know why this became a when you start D&D thing, but just giving advice. But this is just a quick video on my addiction to D&D currently at the moment. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But videos are going to be posted more regularly now. I'm so sorry that it was delayed. I had ADHD and just went full dive into fucking D&D out of all things. But I do have some more plans for this channel on different videos. Videos aren't going to go away anytime soon, so don't worry about that. Thank you guys so much for watching though. This was just a little, I guess, review on D&D and what's been going on with videos. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios. 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 Adios.